Right guys, so to finish off with the chapter on Kraken buying and selling, I'm actually going to show you the history tab. Now again, you can find this just by scrolling straight to the history tab and it will immediately bring you to the ledger. Now the ledger is an entry of every single trade or transaction you have done on Kraken. So if I go to the beginning of time, you can see I deposited 175F. I withdrew 175F. I then slowly started depositing more and more again, and then trading and then buying. Now, the whole purpose of this is not only for capital gains and tax purposes, but also for you to stay on top of your own transactions, as you will probably end up placing a lot of withdrawals, a lot of trades, a lot of buys, a lot of deposits. So it is good to get an overall idea of what you're actually doing. So again, I've had loads of history of just trading different cryptos, just experimenting, seeing how the system works as well. Because it's just good to have a little look and just see, what you're buying, what you're selling, and just experiment. So what you can do, you can scroll straight through, have a little look. Again, it's all the same stuff. It's very simple. You can actually look further in depth into each transaction, the date and time this was placed. You can even get the reference. So that would be good. If you ever had a query, you can send that straight to support. One thing you can do as well is go to orders. Again, every single order I've ever placed is now available here. So if I go to the last page, I sold some F for 286 euros. I did have some pretty large buy and sells on here as well. I'll try and see if I can find those. Got some F. This is when I started trading altcoins, so it's a nice little insight into when I was just breezing through. I've got $1,500. Got a lot of buys and sells here with XRP. A lot more. I believe I should have some USD. So cancelled. This is interesting. So EOS actually has been removed from Kraken. So what that necessarily meant is any outstanding orders I did have on EOS were immediately cancelled at zero cost. So again, that's just because it's been delisted. I can no longer trade it. Understandable. There's not much I can do about that. However, again, this is good to see, as I have I had a sell order here for F at $8,000 that cleared. I had another sell order for just under $8,000 which also cleared. And again, if they're closed, it means it's confirmed the order worked. If it was cancelled, it means Kraken has either done that for you, or it may have just been a cancellation you've done yourself. Now, if I go to trades, this is essentially just the buys and sells. There's nothing else it shows. Just like the ledger, it just shows the buys and sells. Now, what you can do is you can filter specific time and date and what trade type in particular. However, I do recommend just sticking to the ledger, because if you go to the ledger, you can go to filter, you can actually select the specific crypto, the type, and this is overall everything you actually need. You do not need to worry about specific trades when the option is already on the ledger, as the ledger is your go-to for everything. So if I was to choose, just choose trade only. Let's go to F. Press apply. Every single trade I've ever made with F is now available. 17 pages long. 10F. I paid the fee. I sold another 1F. As you can see, it's all here. Now again, when it comes to capital gains and tax purposes, the export tab is your go-to place. And what this does is, you can go to ledger, you can set the entire duration. Could choose today, or could choose a custom range. For example, from the beginning of time since you first started, you simply press submit and it will pop up here as a PDF file. And all you would do is download the PDF, send it to your accountant, or of course use it yourself if you are doing your own accounting. This is a very convenient tool, especially if you do not know about the current tax rates and the capital gains rates tax. This is how you go about doing this. Now guys, this is the end of this chapter. I hope you've taken home a lot of information, and especially on how to buy and sell on Kraken. What will now follow is a bonus chapter on how to buy even more cryptos on another exchange that we do recommend using over here at Cryptonary. So guys, see you in the bonus chapter.